Hello and welcome to our section 9.4 lecture today. This is the culmination of our writing in slope-intercept form. And just as a reminder, slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. I've done that every day, every video, to just drive that point home over and over again. I know. Trust me, you think it's bad if you've got to write it every time. So do I. Anyways, today we're going to be given 2 points. And so again, this is kind of the coup de grace, the kind of like, I've been giving you less and less information every day. And today is really a combination of multiple strategies that we're going to do, or that we're going to use. Step 1 is find the slope. And we're going to find the slope using an old friend, the slope formula of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We've done this in the past. We've used this formula. We've been given the same information. And now we want to turn that into finding the equation. But we need to start off with finding the slope. Then I'm going to say use the slope and a point to find b. And then step 3 will be to write the equation. So we are mixing some strategies here. Not the equations, there's only one of them. We're finding the slope. That's something we did a couple units ago, a couple weeks ago. We're using the slope and a point to find b. This is what we did yesterday. And then bringing those two together to write the equation. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. These problems are definitely the harder ones of what we've done so far. I go through and blindly label x1, y1, x2, y2, and then plug them into the equation where they go. 6 minus negative 2 over 2 minus negative, not too many negatives, minus negative 1. 6 minus negative 2 is 8. 2 minus negative 1 is 3, because these all turn into plus signs. So I have a slope of 8/3. I can already tell you that this problem isn't going to work out too nice. Not good to start with a really tough one, but we're kind of doing that. But from here, I get to pick which point I want to use. And it really doesn't matter because I should get the same answer either way. I'm going to pick the second one because they're both positive. Okay, so now I'm thinking y equals the slope times x plus b. And I want to solve this equation. Again, this one's not going to work out very well. 2 times 18 over 3 is 16 over 3. And I'll have to subtract that from both sides. Minus 16 over 3. Now a little bit of scratch work to do that. 6 would be 18/3. And I'm subtracting 16/3 because I need common denominators. 18 minus 16 is 2, so we have 2/3. That's going to be our b. 2/3 equals b. So now for our final answer, y is going to equal the slope times x plus the y-intercept. I know, ugly one to start. Hopefully they get better. For the next one, I have the point 1, 4 and 5, negative 1. So for my slope, I have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Doesn't turn out that or doesn't look like it's going to be a whole lot better because my slope is negative 5 over 4. I'm going to pick the first point because the coordinates are a little bit better, or they're both positive at least. 4 equals the slope times x plus b. Negative 5/4 times 1 is still negative 5/4. Okay, I'm going to forget that negative if I don't rewrite it. Now I'll add 5/4. And a little bit of scratch work there. 4 in fourths would be 16/4. So I have 16/4 plus 5/4. 16 plus 5 is 21, so I'm going to be left with 21/4 as b. And so my final answer, again, not any prettier, it's actually worse, I would say, plus 21/4 is right there. Okay. Not as many problems today, thankfully, because some of these get somewhat ugly. Next one, x1, y1, x2, y2. Maybe I'll do my slope over here, try to save myself a little bit of room. Y2 is 7, minus y1 is negative 3. X2 is negative 3, x1 is 2. I get 10 over negative 5, which is going to be negative 2 as a slope. So my slope is negative 2, and now I have a decision to make. We've got negatives in both points. I do feel like my first one's a little bit nicer, though, so we're going to pick on that one. Y is equal to, that's a negative, the slope times x plus b. Negative 3 is equal to negative 4 plus b. I'll add 4 to both sides to get a y-intercept of positive 1. And my equation, negative 2x plus 1. For the next one, same process. The slope is equal to 4 minus negative 5 over 3 minus 0. Not too bad considering 4 plus negative 5 is 9 and 3 minus 0 is 3. So my slope is 3. Oop. Plug in an x and a y. I'm going to pick on, I guess the first one works out pretty well. Negative 5 equals the slope times x plus b. 3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus b is b. So negative 5 equals b. It turns out that any time you have a point like this one, where you have 0 comma a number, that is 0 comma b. I don't know why I wrote negative b. I meant positive b. So that is your y-intercept. So I get y equals 3x minus 5. I feel like one of these is going to be mean and one of these is going to be nice, but we'll find out together. x2, y2. The slope is negative 5 minus 3 over 2 minus negative 5. Negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. 2 plus 5 is 7. So we have negative 8 over 7 as a slope. It's not looking too good so far. Totally is up to you on which point you want to use. I'm going to pick the second one. There's no real reason, no rhyme or reason why. But I have negative 5 is equal to negative 8 over 7 times 2 plus b. Negative 8 times 2 is negative 16 over 7. And I'm going to add 16/7. And just as a little scratch work, negative 5 would be negative 35/7 plus 16/7. And that's going to come out to give me, let's just double check. Minus 35, and that plus 16, negative 19/7. Just wanted to double check. I hate being wrong in a video, and I feel like I got to redo the whole video. Negative 19/7 is B. Told you one of them was probably going to be mean. Negative 8 over 7x minus 19 over 7. Hopefully that was the only mean one that we have left. Hopefully this one is going to be nice. x1, y1, x2, y2. Find the slope. 2 minus negative 1 over 0 minus negative 1. 2 minus negative 1 is 3. 1 minus negative 1 is 1. So we get a slope of 3. That's a good start. I'm not sure why I'm writing this step, but I am anyways. Oh, here's why. This tells me my y-intercept is 2, because it's of that form that we just had up above it. So I can just rewrite it. Y equals 3x plus 2. If you don't trust that, go through the same process. Maybe pick that point. It's going to make things easy because you're going to get 2 equals 3 times 0 plus b. 3 times 0, 0, 0 plus b is b. So b equals 2. Anyways, if you have any questions, put them over there on the left. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and we will see you in class.